Believe it or not, December is almost gone, and with it another year. But before we consign 2023 to history, we have one final news roundup for Star Wars: The Old Republic. Apart from Game Update 7.4 Chains in the Dark that launched earlier this month, there's not a lot going on, but we do have a couple of things to talk about. We'll start with a brief update from Keith Koenig on the ability to transfer characters to Shea Vizsla. If you recall, when the server launched back in November, Broadsword announced their intentions to eventually allow character transfers. But now it seems they may be reconsidering. Before the team went on their holiday break, Keith took to the forums to explain why and ask for feedback. He says, in part, when we initially launched the server, we said we intended to open transfers at a later time. That is still a possibility, but based on the data and sentiments we are seeing around protecting the economy, there now exists possibilities of restricting what is transferred over or not doing transfers at all. Achievements are a major aspect of our game, and once transferred, a player's entire legacy is also moved, rendering many achievements to already be accomplished. We are considering limiting or completely restricting the transfer of credits and/or item stacks. This will help address the significant concern about the economy, but it doesn't address achievements, so we're discussing compromises. He concluded by saying they are continuing to monitor behavior on the server and are interested in player feedback. And player feedback he got. Enough so that he even had to come back to the forums and address it. In a second post, he writes, "We opened an APAC server to create a better overall experience for the regional players and grow the number of players in that region. We also had the unique opportunity to improve the economy by delaying and possibly restricting the amount of credits that flowed into the server. And that is giving us very insightful details about what defines a healthy economy. We also understand about legacy and character transfers and wanting to leverage what you've already completed over the years. As a reminder, we will be making a decision based on the data we see and the player feedback we receive. So far, here's what I'm reading in terms of player feedback specifically from this thread. 1. Players want character transfers allowed to from Shea Vizsla, which means your legacy is also transferred. You support credit restrictions, but want us to consider credit costs such as repair bills. Players want a reasonable time and cost to do transfers, and players want this server treated the same as all other servers. If I miss something, just reply with other key points, and we'll make sure to review those with the team in the new year." So it looks like they are specifically soliciting feedback from people in that region in order to help make the decision on how they're going to handle transfers in the future. So if you are an APAC player, or you know someone who is and they don't pay attention to the forums, now's your chance, so come on over and let them know what you want. Next up, we have another article written by Keith, this time about SWTOR's 12th anniversary. And while most of the article is just a recap of what's happened over the past year, he does shed a little light on what we can expect in 2024. He says, "With our next release in 7.4.1, we are doing something pretty cool with Galactic Season 6. The story and primary reward of the season take you back to a location that you haven't been to in quite some time, and it has quite a view." Not sure which planet he's talking about here, but feel free to speculate in the comments if you have an idea. He goes on to tease a resolution of the Basilisk War Droid story in Update 7.5, and then says, "I wanted to make sure to leave you all with a few nuggets to chew on over the holidays. When we get back from the holiday break, we'll be preparing for a 7.4.1 livestream that we are tentatively scheduling for February 14th. This livestream will focus mostly on 7.4.1, where we will give you a glimpse of everything that is coming in that update. We'll also share an early sneak peek of Game Update 7.5 as well. So yeah, like I said, not much here, and it doesn't sound like we'll be getting any new information for a while. But we'll be keeping an eye out for the live stream when it happens. And finally, though it's not exactly news, I will remind everybody that there is a 50% collection unlock sale going on right now. It will end on January 9th. So if you have the cartel coins to burn, now's the time, since it might be a while before we get another one. The Life Day event is running now and will also end on January 9th, so you still have a couple more weeks to throw snowballs and hug Wookiees. And there's also double XP till January 4th. And with that, I'll wrap this up and say goodbye to 2023. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. As usual, thanks for watching, and wish you all a very happy new year.